Hello everyone, welcome back to Tino Delight Cooking Show. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make Nigerian meat pie. Please make sure you like, comment and subscribe to my channel, and also don't forget to turn on your post notification. So let's go. I'm going to be showing you the ingredients I use in my meat pie. My mouth-watering meat pie that everybody is talking about. Okay, so now I've got carrots here, potatoes, sugar. I like to put some sugar in my pastry. Some people don't, but that's my own signature. I also like to put I'm also going to be putting baking powder, salt, lukewarm water. I'm going to be using minced meat, plain flour. We've got about 3 kg plain flour that we're going to be using today for the meat pie, and then I've got stock fluffy butter. So I like to use this particular butter for my meat pie because I just like the taste and the quality I get when I make the meat pie. Some people don't like using butter for their meat pies, and some people don't use this particular butter. Some people use margarine, so you can get this in margarine as well in any supermarket, like Sainsbury's, Tesco, Lidl, anywhere. So it's up to you really, but when you're using butter, we're going to you're going to be needing more quantity when it comes to making the meat pie. Whereas if you're using the other one, the margarine, you don't need to use much, but I'm going to be showing you how I use that. So the next stage is we've got the flours in a bigger container. So I'm going to be adding all the ingredients. So we're going to start off by adding the baking powder. If you see any lumps there, you can use your sieve to take them off. And I'm also going to add my salt. First of all, just rub the baking powder in. Just mix it all together like that. Make sure you get to the bottom part of it as well. I'm going to add my salt and my sugar. Mix it all together. Make sure you get to the bottom of it as well, because you want all the texture to mix properly. Okay, and now we're going to be adding our butter. I'm going to be using one of this, which is 1 kg. Then I'm going to be using half of it as well, so that's one. I'm going to be using 1.3 kilograms of this butter. Remember, we've got I actually had 3 kg flours here. Hold on, pause it. So the butter is in now. In total, I've got about 3.55 kilograms of flour, because I added more flour to it, and then I've got 1.5 kilograms of stock butter. So we're going to mix everything together to become a crumble until it crumbles, because we're actually making the pastry nice, and we want it to be some people like the pastry to become crumbly. So we're going to keep mixing the mixture together until we achieve a crumble texture. We're just mixing it all together. Remember, what we want is a crumbly mixture. So as you can see, the mixture is now crumbly. Can you see? That's what you want to achieve. It's all crumbly. Now we're going to add our lukewarm water. So the water is not too hot and it's not too cold. So I've got about 450 ml of water in here. So we're going to add little amount at a time. Okay. Put some on the side there. Some on the side. And then we're going to start mixing together. We might need more water, but for now, we'll just keep mixing it. Remember, we're aiming for a crumbly meat pie. So we're going to add more water. I'm going to be needing more water. So the dough is ready for the meat pie, as you can see. So I'm just going to put it back in the container and let it sit for about an hour. Yeah, the weather is hot anyway, so just for 1 hour, and then you can start baking once your meat is ready. So can you see? So this is what we need for a crumble meat pie. Let's see. That's it. It's just going to be rolling it properly. Can you see? So that is ready. Okay, so we're going to cover. This is the dough in there. So I'm just going to cover it up. I said 1 hour earlier. You can, because the weather is really hot, you can leave it in just for 30 minutes or so. And then we're going to cover here. So the next stage is we're going to be frying the mince. So I've got small cooking oil in here. So I've got vegetable oil. We don't really need much in there because the minced meat has its own natural oil. So you're going to add the onion. So we're frying the onions now. Now we're going to add the minced meat. Put all the minced meat in there. Okay, so we're going to be stirring it, and then we're going to add our ingredients. I'm going to be using Maggi cube. This is optional. You can decide to use salt only with your other seasoning. I'm gonna put some dry thyme, 1 tablespoon, and then we're going to be putting just a teaspoon of salt. Stir it together. So we're going to let this fry for about 5 minutes. Remember, it's minced beef. Beef doesn't take long to cook, so just stir it together. So we're going to allow this to cook a little before we add our carrots and potato. And I'm also going to put a little bit of chili as per request. This is optional. You don't have to add chili in your meat pot. I'm just going to put a little bit of chili powder, and then I'm going to stir it. Remember, we're going to be adding some flour paste as well in there, just to make the mince stick together. Okay, so let it fry. Okay, so now we're going to be adding the carrots. potatoes, all cleaned. Mix it all together. And then after this, we're going to be putting some flour paste, where you had some flours in water and then you put it in just to bind the meat, potato and everything together. Oh, okay, so we're going to let that fry for about 5 minutes. We're going to cover it up. I'm just going to cover that up now. Cover it up for 5 minutes. So we're just going to make the paste for the meat pie, for the mince. This will help to bind the all the ingredients, everything in it together. Okay. So now we're gonna put this joint there. Just put it round. Now we're just plain flour with water. Then we're going to mix it. I think I'm gonna put a little bit more in there. I think it's okay actually. So that was 250 ml of water I used there. Then I added some plain flour in it. You don't have to put the flour in the paste. Sometimes you can put the flour just on the mince. Just add the flour and add some water, and then mix all of them together. Just gonna add about 10 minutes of water just to twist it. That's it. So this is the mixture ready. So now we're going to be making the meat pie. The mixture is ready, the filling, and then we've got trays ready as well. So I've put a little bit of flour at the bottom just so that the base doesn't get stuck to the tray. Then I've got my board and then the paste, and then my dough as well. We're going to put a portion on there and then just roll it. Just give it that, and then we're going to roll it out. Alright, so we want this pie to be chunky, not too light. Okay, so we're going to be putting the filling in. Okay. So we're going to be putting egg paste on the side just to seal the pastry. We're gonna close it. Sit down a bit. See, you see that? Amazing. I'm gonna do the next one. So, okay, just pull that over. Flip it over. If you don't have this cutter, you can use maybe your pot lid or any balls, any sharp ball, any balls that has got a sharp edge. Yeah, you can use that as well. I just want to tell you guys a nice trick here. Some people don't like to use their work surface for their dough, and some likes using it. So for me, I like using the chopping board. So I've got the white one here, which I use for bread and for baking. So in order to prevent it from sliding, because if you leave it on the surface like that, it will slide like this. So what I've done, I put some some flours, yeah, like this. I just put some on the base like that, just a little bit on the base, just to block that movement. And then you just put it on top. Can you see? Can you see how stiff it is now? So it doesn't move when you're rolling. So it doesn't. Yeah. So let me show you. So can you see the board is not moving? So you're good to go if you do it that way. So guys, I'm going to be showing you another method. If you don't have the cutter, if you don't have this, so I'm going to be showing you another way of doing it. So you get a small dough, don't take too much, just like that. roll it out. You want the pastry to be thick, not too thin. Some people like it very thin, but the request is for this method. So we're going to put the mixture filling in. Okay, and then we're going to put some egg on the edges. Just put a little bit on this side. And then we roll. Press it down. Tidy up the edges. Just use the back of the fork to push it in. And then press it down. This is to make sure that the pastry doesn't burst open when it's cooking. And then you just hook it there, just to allow some air to go in, and that's it. So you've got your pastry there, and you see it. So now we're going to be brushing the meat pie with egg before we put it in the oven. This is to make the top be golden, like brown. So we brush it, and then we've set the oven to gas mark 4.5. If you're using electric, I think gas mark 4 is 375 Fahrenheit. So you can do your calculation from there. After this, we're going to put in the oven, and then we leave it in there until when the meat pie is golden. Roughly 20 minutes or so, 20-25 minutes. So this is the final meat pie. As you can see, so we've got the bigger size. So I've got medium size. Yeah. So yeah. So this is it really. So let's cut the inside and see what it looks like. Let's find the small one to cut. And I'm just going to break one into two. Can you see that? Nice.